Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Bulls 2000-2001, a brand new outlook. I'm Eric Goodman. Norm Van Leer, of course, along the way. And Norman, a lot of moves during the offseason, and this team figures to be a lot better than what we saw last year.
Well, I think the talent level is up a little bit,
Right.
and if they can maintain the type of desire and hustle to play the game like they did last season, they're going to win a few more games if everyone stays healthy, because I really liked the way Tim Floyd had this team playing hard, tough basketball all season long.
You know, it seems so hard to believe, but this last year was the Bulls' first full season without Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. Now it's a new team and a new direction. And last year the team did struggle a little bit, but hopefully they have put together the building blocks for something great to come. Gail Fisher looks back on the season that was.
After 5 straight losses to open the 99-2000 season, Tim Floyd's young Chicago Bulls came into the UC on November 13th on a mission.
Three-point line, didn't take it. Hoiberg penetrates. And that's what teams don't expect him to do, John. Right, picked up by Ruffino. Good back cut by Eric Williams. Stopped by Hoiberg. Williams got it back. And Hoiberg picks the board. Hoiberg wanted to go to Simpkins. Hoiberg off the dribble. But Garrett dunked the ball. Driving down the middle. What a move by Hoiberg. Here tonight, Freddie looking at the basket. Hoiberg runner. Scoring. He's in double figures again. The only guy
19 points later, Fred Hoiberg's fourth quarter heroics, shooting, rebounding, and then at the line with 1.7 seconds left, led the home team to a big 92-91 victory over the accomplished Boston Celtics. A week later, the reunion of Phil Jackson and the Bulls was no contest. But rookie Elton Brand did turn some heads in just his 9th NBA game with 29 points and 17 rebounds, playing against Shaquille O'Neal. Then, on December 10th, the Bulls got win number 2 with a defensive effort against New Jersey. In that game, Elton Brand took over inside with 14 rebounds and 16 points, and some great last-minute highlights. Jumping into the new millennium, on January 5th, the Bulls looked to their past for some clues into a brighter future when Tony Kukoc returned after a 2-month absence with lingering back spasms.
Tony, the post-up player. Hello! Out to BJ, the kid, lob for Dickey. Simpkins caught it, kicks it back to Tony. 3 on the way. Hello! It goes to Tony. Kukoc goes right to the basket and lays it in. Tony Kukoc with 7 points.
Hitting his first 4 shots, Tony went on to finish the game with a team-high 18 points, leading the young Bulls to their first win in 12 games.
Just wanted to go out and start early because I knew my energy is not going to be there for 40 minutes that I played. Be counting about 20-some minutes will be perfect for me to play, but it ended up being 40, which worked out fine again.
We brought us a boost. You know, we're waiting for him to get back. He finally came back, and we're just ready to go play.
But wait, 2 nights later in D.C., Kukoc returned to the headlines, this time with 33 points in a come-from-behind victory at Washington. In that game, Tim Floyd saw his team score a season-high 110 points. And the Bulls had their first winning streak of the season. The next day, they went for 3 when Boston returned to West Madison Street. In this one, newcomer Matt Maloney made his mark with 16 points, including 3 of 6 from the arc.
Maloney wide open for 3. Don't give him a good look. Moves to Maloney. And Maloney on the drive. High off the glass. Nicely done. Oh, look at it, man. Look at it. 3 to go, 2 to go. Maloney pull up in the lane. He got it.
Through the next month, the Bulls were putting it all together, winning 6 of 10, and against tough clubs like Miami, where they won in overtime, Detroit, Indiana, and Seattle. Then on February 17th, the Bulls hosted the Miami Heat, who were still hot over a prior loss to the young Chicago team. Even with the revenge factor on Miami's side, the home team showed surprising maturity that night, rising against all odds to the challenge again behind rookie sensation Elton Brand and Hersey Hawkins. The Bulls proved victorious in their first game since trading Tony Kukoc, and now the question was, Tony who? A couple nights later, Chris Carr hit this clutch three-pointer with 27 seconds left. to propel the Bulls into their third winning streak of the season. The story of the 99-2000 Chicago Bulls was definitely one of development, and no one personified that better than Rookie of the Year candidate Elton Brand. Over the remainder of the season, Elton continued his campaign for Rookie of the Year, leading the way in scoring and rebounding. 38-7 at Indiana, 30-11 versus Cleveland, 31 points in a UC win versus Atlanta, 26-15 versus Denver, 20-15 versus Milwaukee, 22-15 with 7 assists versus New Jersey in the last win of the season. And 2 nights later, 44 points and 12 rebounds in a 109-103 loss to Washington. It was a year of new faces and rising expectations, the year 1999-2000.
Well, Norman, since those championship teams, the Bulls roster has been kind of like a revolving door in and out of the United Center. It looks like this team is finally starting to come together. Jerry Krause is building a foundation, 6 new draft picks, a couple of key free agents, and during the preseason, these guys have gelled quite nicely in a short amount of time.
I like the youth movement is taking place here. I think that's the key right there, and only if we can stay together through the years and maintain. Then you pick up a free agent here and there. That's the way I thought this was going to go, and that's the way it has happened so far. I think the talent level is so great, though. I like the talent, and if they play together and play hard, I think we're going to surprise some Chicago people.
Oh, he talked about having a lot of new faces on this team. Some guys are back, and these guys will be expected to be key contributors. Elton Brand, Ron Artest, and also Michael Ruffin. They were all with the team last season, and they will be expected to step up. Elton Brand has already done that during the preseason, and the rest of the Bulls will be trying to follow his lead. Norman and I are back with the Bulls preseason special when we return.